Aish, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing the brushes that beginners need in their makeup kit. When you search in Amazon or when you go to any beauty store or look into Morphe, ColourPop, Sigma, any website to buy brushes, you typically find 14-piece sets, 13-piece sets, 16-piece sets, or you find brushes individually. A beginner doesn't need more than 5 brushes, including the beauty blender. So what are the brushes that we need? Let's get into the video. So this is all you need. A beauty blender, a brush for your powder, contour, blush, all the powder stuff, and a eye brush like this, a soft blending brush, and a tapered eye detail brush, and a beauty blender. I'm going to show you how we can use this for makeup. Keep 2 other things other than the brushes and makeup essentials. This is a makeup remover wipe. I always keep it handy because we are beginners, and as beginners we tend to make mistakes and we can get perfect makeup. We can, but sometimes we might not be able to. So it's always better to have a makeup remover wipes packet with you when you're applying your makeup. I also tend to keep a tissue paper like this with me, and I'll show you why we need a tissue paper shortly. Before we start our makeup routine, it's advised to cleanse the face properly and apply a toner and then apply a hydrating moisturizer. After this, wait for 30 minutes. If not 30, at least 15 minutes is advisable. And then the first step before starting using any makeup product is using a good primer suitable for your skin type. In my next videos, I'll be talking about why we need a primer and how we can choose a primer for a makeup application. So you can either apply the primer with your hands, but remember to wash your hands before you apply a primer. Or you could use a beauty blender like this to apply. Just dab, dab, dab. Whenever using a beauty blender, don't pull down. Just dab, 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 and dab, dab. So since primer application is done, second step is applying a foundation. I'm going to talk about how to choose a foundation for your shade and your skin type in the next videos. But how I typically apply a foundation is, I apply foundation in the back of my hand. I pump like few drops, very few drops. I always like to go from light to medium coverage, but you could also apply foundations that have full coverage. But I typically don't like to use full coverage foundations because that makes my face look cakey. I like to use with a light to medium coverage. So normally I use foundation by Too Faced or Bobbi Brown in Honey Shade, L'Oreal Infallible, or Maybelline Dewy Perfect Fit. So take foundation on your hand, few drops on your back of your hand like this, and then apply those drops like this on your face wherever you want coverage to happen. Take a wet beauty blender. It's always important to wet your beauty blender, and the fat face, the base or the fat part of the beauty blender is what you need to use. And then you just dab, 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 dab. You're not pulling it down, you're not dragging it, you're just dabbing, 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 dab, 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 dab. Remember, dabbing is very important, otherwise your foundation will start looking cakey and it will show all the lines and freckles on your face. So never pull with the beauty blender. And it's also advisable for beginners to use a beauty blender for foundation or a concealer. It's a sponge, so it tends to absorb. So if it's wet, it absorbs the foundation, so you're not getting too much on your face, you're just getting the right amount. So I just dab, 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 dab. That's the mantra when you're applying your foundation. And the second step is concealer. So for concealer too, you take a concealer, and normally concealers nowadays either come with a brush or like the Maybelline Age Divine concealer comes with a concealer tube that you can just apply directly. Otherwise, you can just take the concealer on your back of your hand again and apply it on your areas which are dark, like under eyes or the forehead here, nose, and back the sides of your nose and the mouth, around the mouth, wherever typically you have dark areas. I tend to have some pigmentation few days after I get my face waxed or threaded, especially the chin area. So I apply concealer there too. So once you put your concealer, take the thinner portion, the tapered portion of the Beauty Blender like this, the tapered portion like this, and then same, dab, 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 and then you can slowly dab like this, and you can slowly dab like this. So that's how you apply your concealer. So you don't need any brush. I typically don't like to use a brush, especially when I am in a rush, because brushes tend to make your makeup look cakey and you can see some fine lines if you don't know how to apply. We can slowly build up that skill once we master the Beauty Blender skill. But Beauty Blender is so easy to use. I really recommend this because flawless foundation is the secret of a perfect makeup. So if you have flawless base, then whatever you do, whatever you don't add, it's okay. But if you go wrong with your foundation, your makeup looks cakey, then it doesn't look good. It should not look like you've added something onto your face. It should actually look like everything is blended into your skin tone. So that's why I like a Beauty Blender. And the next one, after the foundation, the next thing that I do is contour, face cut. So I use a contour stick for contouring, just to wherever I need to cut my face. I will make another video shortly which talks about why you need a contour stick, or why you need to contour your face, how you need to contour, and what shades do you have to choose and all of that. But for now, I'm just showing this. I use a contour stick and draw lines wherever, like below my hollows of my cheekbones, and just draw the contour stick. So this one brush, do you see this brush? Like a puff shaped brush. And this brush is useful for all the next products that I'm going to use. So once you draw your contour stick, just do this into your hairline. So draw it into your hairline and circle, draw it into your hairline, circle, draw it into your hairline, circle, draw it into your hairline. That's how you have to go about it. It needs to blend into your skin. Same thing. Go deep into your hairline so that it just gets blended into your skin. Just do this and then circular motions, do this, circular motions, do this, circular motions. So that's how you have to do it. And then for your nose, what you need to do is take this brush, press it like this. So get it into a fan shape like this. And wherever you've drawn the contour, just rub it. So if you're using a contour stick, you've already drawn a line and you're doing it. But if you're using a powder, just dip this product into powder and apply like this on the sides of the nose like this. So you're done with a contour with this brush. So now, like I've told you earlier in the beginning of this video, take the tissue paper, just rub off whatever powder you have, just like this. So rub it off into your tissue. And the next step would be using a blush. So take this blush, take a blush, take your brush, and whichever color you like to. Normally peaches and light pink is really good. So I take it, dab, 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 nicely get the powder. Once you get the pigmentation onto the brush, smile. This is your apple of your cheek. Smile, dab, up, get all the color onto your cheeks. Circular motions and then just go up. Circular motion, just go up. Circular motion, go up. That way it blends along with the contour. So now you have used this brush for your blush also. When done with the blush, the next step would be your highlighter. So this is a highlighter brush normally. This is called a highlighter brush. You can just dab again into the powder, brush off the excess powder that you have into the tissue paper, and take the highlighter like in a fan shape and just apply onto the highlights, the high points. These are the high points of your cheek. Just apply there on your nose and here, and you're done. So see, you have used one brush and you've done your contouring, we have done our blush, we have done our highlighter. All the three are done. Important to apply powder at this point of time. So what I do is, you can take any powder, like you can take a compact powder, you can take a translucent powder. I press my beauty blender like this, dab it, and then dab, 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 dab. I apply it just where I've applied my concealer, not more than that. But if you really want to use all around your face, you can just take very light powder and then remove the excess powder and apply like this. Not in your circular motions, never do circular motions, just do this. Like this. Dab, pull, dab, pull, dab, pull, dab, pull. So the reason why I'm not applying too much is, so now you have your primer, and on top of that you have your foundation, on top of that you have your concealer, on top of that if you have your powder, you have like 4 layers. You don't want that to be like thick, cakey. You want it all to be like a thin, nice layer and looking like your skin, natural skin. So don't apply too much of any product. If you feel you need more, you can take more, but the first time, always take very little. That's why I like to use a beauty blender, because it's a sponge, it absorbs. So even the powder, if I dip it in the powder like this and apply, it's just putting what I need. If I need more, I can do it one more time, but I'm not doing anything in excess. So that's why I like a beauty blender. So next one after this would be doing your brows. Nowadays all the brow kits come with a spoolie and a brush. You could use that, or you can use a brow pencil to just draw your brows. So you don't need a special brush, detailed brush for that. But if you need, I'm going to shoot another video with all the different types of brushes, like a 14-piece set, what you need in the 14-piece set and how you will use each of it. But for now, the next step is an eyeshadow. For an eye makeup, you need 2 brushes, just 2. One with a blending brush, which is like, you see the bristles soft and nice and wide. Another one is a tapered brush like this, a tapered brush. You see how tapered it is? So this is a detail brush and this is a blending brush. So for beginners, I would say go with 2 shades of makeup, maybe at the most 3. So for a beginner's makeup, I would always recommend going with very nude peachy shades or brown shades. You will never go wrong with those shades. So take a nude color lipstick shade, very close to your nude lipstick. So if you're in doubt what to use as a transition shade, put that swatch on your hand, and it should not be like too dark when you swatch it. See, it's not too dark on my hand, it's like very light. So take that as your transition shade. Whatever you have on your brush, whatever you have in your brush, dab it in the outer corner and then blend it inwards. Once you've done that, pick a next color, whichever is like darker shade. This brush actually spreads the powder a little bit around, which is the intention, but this one is like detailed, just puts the eye makeup right where we need it. So pick a darker shade and just put it on the eye, outer corner of the eye like that. That's it. And then just use the first blending brush and blend it smoothly until like maybe the 3/4 of the inner corner of your eye, and then take any of the glittery shades that you like onto your finger like this and just apply it till go inwards like this. That's all. So we are done with our eye makeup. Once we are done with the eye makeup, you're almost done. 2 important steps. Apply mascara. That will change the game of your makeup. It will just brighten your eyes, make it look bigger and make it look brighter and make you look awake mostly. So you apply a mascara. You don't need any brush. Mascaras have their own spoolies. Once you're done with the mascara, you need a setting spray. Why do you need a setting spray? You need a setting spray to just set all the things that we have done right now. So just spray a setting spray, wait till it absorbs into your skin, and then take this brush, the highlighter brush again. Like I said, you could either use it directly like this, but I like to use this so that I'm not going over the board. Just press it, take your highlighter, and just go over your high points of your cheek again. Take it with your finger like this, apply it under your brow bone and here. Blend it nicely, and here, and cupid bow, and here. That's it. You're done. That's all. And then apply your lipstick. And sometimes for highlighter, if you're finding it difficult to press it and then get that precision, you can use a fan brush like this, and the fan brush can be used to do your highlighter. That's it. So did you see how easily we finished a makeup look? So a highlighter brush, 2 eye brushes, and maybe a fan brush and a beauty blender. That's it. We are done. So everybody, that's it. We have used a highlighter brush, we've used a blending brush, a detail brush, and maybe a fan brush if you're not comfortable using this for your highlighter, but I'm sure you will be able to, and a beauty blender. That's all. 4 things and you're done, and you don't have to spend too much money on anything. Hope you liked my video. Please comment and let me know how you like this, and I'm also going to share from where I got these brushes. This is from Amazon. These are all BS small brushes. They're not very expensive at all. You can also go to Morphe or Sigma sites, and nowadays Sigma has a very nice sale where every brush is like less than $10. So you just have to buy 3 brushes, so it'll cost you $30, and it's a very good investment if you're buying Sigma brushes. But if you're a beginner, I would suggest buy a not very expensive Amazon set of brushes. This is BS small that I got, and this is like, it costed me like $12 for a 14-piece set. These are really good. I've read reviews and I've watched a lot of review videos, but just don't buy anything that's out there and that's cheap. But it's always good to read reviews, and also remember, you have to wash your brushes. I'm going to do a video on how to clean and wash your brushes, and that's it for now. The beginner brush set.